Shalom, Kahalo, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Kakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us the truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right, so just a quick reminder, all right, that even though they're going to make it look real good as Babylon falls into its own footprint, this thing is still going on. There's still bank runs jumping off right now. They're covering it up. They got the Dow Jones pumped all the way up. Nothing like yesterday. It's not going up and down and turning backflips like it was. I'm trying to look at it right now. It's at 130. Oh, they're trying to keep it afloat. When I woke up this morning, it was at 425. It's at 130 right now. So they are trying to make it look good. And what it means, if it closes anywhere in the green, like below 100, that means they just kept it in the green to make it look good. That means that they're running on them banks right now. They're running. So don't be deceived. This is Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. In the NLT, don't be misled. You cannot mock the justice of the Most High. You will always harvest what you plant. Okay? Now, let's go down here, since we're talking about hoeing and yard work, if you will, gardening. Okay? Jump down here to Hosea 10 and 13. You have plowed wickedness and reaped injustice. You have eaten the fruit of lies because you have trusted in your own way and in the multitude of your mighty men. Okay? So be not deceived. Everything you're doing, right? All of this deception, right? You're deceiving yourself. You think, right, that you can change what the Most High has put in place. Right? You're sowing iniquity. You're going to reap iniquity. Okay? And that's what we see. Anyway, let's go here. We're going to start with Dabu. Bank runs. Small banks of cash expose crypto's fatal flaw. Gold buying hits a record. See, gold is what the Most High deals with when it comes down to money. Gold and silver. All right? Metals that have been here from the beginning, not numbers on a computer. Okay? That's what they're trying to do with this whole biometric and transhumanism thing. They're trying to bring this technology in to replace what the Most High ordained as righteous. All right? So let's watch this. Abu 7.
By advertising on YouTube.
Slovakia, 57 minutes ago, which is probably more by now, but see what it says. Bank runs.
This is Dabu 7. Some updated information here in regards to all the banks, as we see small banks now saying bank runs, as people are going to the banks, going to the ATMs, and they're pulling as much cash out as they can get.
Okay, so that's today. All right, today being Tuesday. Even though they're propping up, everything's good. Your boy Biden came out and told a bold-faced lie, right? Be not deceived. We're in the time of great deception. Be not deceived, all right? The house of cards is falling right now, and they're trying to make you believe that it's not, all right? Understand, they can't stop this thing, all right? All they can do is put up Band-Aids and thumbs in the dike and all of that. But they can't stop this thing, all right? Understand that. Peace and safety, sudden destruction, all right?
They're hitting their daily limits at the ATMs, and if they can get inside the branches, they're going in and trying to drain out pretty much anything and everything that they can.
And that's the norm. Everybody right now is trying to get their money out. Right? And that's probably what Esau wants. But he's putting on a facade as though everything is good right now. Just what Biden said. Don't worry, everything, and he's speaking in code. He's speaking to his people. Everything is fine. Not for you, have not for Jake. It's almost chaos time, right? And it's going exactly the way this devil wants it to go. But he's pulling that strong delusion. He's deceiving the people. This dude is more subtle than any beast of the field.
As this contagion type of fear spreads, a lot of the people taking the money out of the small banks, in turn, taking it to the big banks. Citigroup, Chase, they're seeing huge amounts of deposits flowing in. What this is going to do is crush the small banks, put all the power consolidated into the hands of the bigger banks, and leave all the people out there basically held hostage by these bigger banks.
So this is a simple case of big bank take little bank, right? But the biggest bank is the spiritual bank. The spiritual bank account. That's the biggest bank that there is. So what's going to happen to J.P. Morgan and the Koch brothers and these and the Federal Reserve? That's little bank when it comes to the spiritual bank account. All right? Keep that in mind.
With all the control. Now, during this whole thing, people have been freaking out, wondering what to do. But one thing's for sure, they have been buying gold and silver in record amounts. They absolutely sold out the other night over here on APMEX, and as you can see here, for the March 13th date, they have set a record. The sales coming in at 6,607 ounces of gold, a new record.
So what's going on? Ye have heaped together treasures, right, for the last days. Guess what? All of this is going to go into the spiritual bank account. In the very end, all you're doing is you're collecting all of this gold and rounding it all up for who? The men of the Lord in the kingdom. All right? How else are the streets going to be paved with gold if you don't bring it all together right now?
Over here, where Michael tracks it. So, the last time that it was set was on March 8th of 2022. That is the day the London Metals Exchange suspended nickel trading because prices were skyrocketing. Well, this is what's happening for those that are not seeing it. Gold and silver, both spiking to record amounts being sold. Just so you know, the fractional gold and silver going the quickest, because if you can't hold it in your hand, well, you have nothing, especially if it's a digital nothing like a CBDC, which is where they're trying to take this. And this whole thing just exposed crypto. It just exposed all of it, 100%. And you can get all butthurt if you like crypto all you want, but you can't deny the fact that all your money from crypto is stored where? In the banks.
Be not deceived. Okay? Akim, what we got to do right now is sit back with that popcorn and watch this show. Okay? Sit back, watch the show. It's going down. And we know it's going down. Let it happen. All right? We got to make it to the other side, and it's going to be a bumpy ride. All right? And the roller coaster left the station.
Some swift move there with crypto, huh? Don't think so. Not when it all gets locked up and taken from the banks. What good is crypto if it all goes through the banks? Again, this all resorts back to gold and silver. If you can't hold it in your hand for barter, it's going to be worth nothing.
And that's this devil trying to be like the Most High. He's trying to out-slick you, put your money in I's and O's on a computer screen while he gets the real currency, right? But really all they're doing is they're saving it up for us. They're getting it ready for the kingdom. The Most High is gathering the riches, the forces of the Gentiles, and they're going to be bringing it continually, right? Get ready to mine some precious stones, some precious gems, because we got mansions to make here and out there in the universe, right?
Nothing, obviously. So this is the latest here as people are draining small banks, gold and silver spiking to all-time highs in terms of people buying. And this exposing crypto's flaws, that it's no different than anything else, because if they take the banks hostage, well, so too is your crypto, because that's where all the money sits for it.
Okay, so at the end of this week, what should we see? CBDC. Okay, because why? People are running on that bank right now, and they're hiding it. And their goal is CBDC. They got to get there quick, right? So that's Dabu. Let's watch. Slovakia. Here's Skeletor today. Okay, and we'll just read this. Bank runs. Get out while you can. Get your money out while you still can. That's called a bank run. You put it right there. All right, and then we got your boy Travis over here with Prepared Homestead. Let's watch a little. He comes out and says some good stuff. He's saying, the panic is over, don't worry. They just stole your money. Okay, so basically, hey, we're hiding. Everything's fine. Everything's cool. All right, and that's this devil, the great deceiver, right? He's the great pretender, pretending that he's doing well. All right. Oh, yes.
Introducing the magnetic
pretender, pretending that I'm doing well. Let's see. Okay, let's watch Travis. Listen to his monologue. I'm gonna let it play up to a certain point, because he's got some. Travis is a pretty smart guy.
Hi, folks. Welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Well, a lot of you are probably wondering what today's going to be like after the last few days of all this banking stuff. Well, already when I left this morning, the pre-trading looked really good. Oh, the stock market's going to rally. Go get in there and make some money. Even some of these bank stocks are starting to go back up. And gold and silver went back down just a little bit, which is probably a good time to pick a little up if it's something you're interested in. It's all being done for a purpose. We're going to probably start to hear all the pundits and the politicians say that, oh, the big scare is over. It wasn't that bad. It's over. It's been 4 days, and, well, that's about the length of the American attention span on anything, is usually about 4 or 5 days, and they start losing interest in it. We have to have a little bit of a lull, and then something else will happen, whether it's China or Ukraine or, unidentified flying objects, or it'll be something. And people will just forget what's happened. They'll forget that the elites, the bankers, the World Economic Forum, whatever people, have just stolen hundreds of billions of dollars of American money. Because most people have no clue that's really what's happened. And what will continue to happen. It's only begun, folks. I mean, this is just it's the beginning of something. It's not that it happened and it's over. It's just beginning. And probably over the next days and weeks, you'll see, maybe, you might hear it, of some of these big banks swallowing up the little banks, because that's what they want. They want to consolidate things, consolidate religion, consolidate government, consolidate everything, language, people, to where, they have it all and they're in control of it all. And so that will most likely happen. I was looking last night at some reports that there were there still is some major bank runs happening. And I know you're going to say, oh, you're just making this up. There's no evidence to that.
There's still some major bank runs. That's the point. All right? People want their money. No matter what face they try to put on, oh, everything's fine, it's over, go back to sleep. People are like, no, nigga, I want my money right now. Fuck it. Okay? And that's doing something. Is it doing what Esau planned for it to do? Yes. Okay? It's destroying the bank so that they can bring in the solution, which is CBDC. But the point is, they're running on the banks, but they're hiding it. All right? They're going to run for the next week. What? You didn't do it last year? Okay? You didn't get your money out last year thinking that it was going to happen then? Well, it's happening now.
There still is some major bank runs happening. And I know you're going to say, oh, you're just making this up. There's no evidence to that. Well, it's not your traditional bank runs. Think about it. How many people nowadays, especially the younger generation, actually go to a bank? Like it's almost like writing a check anymore. No one does it. My goodness, you can set up a bank account and use it for years and never step foot inside a bank. You can do it all online. So, and a lot of people don't use cash. They use very, very little cash. So, would it make sense for all of these people to be running to a physical bank and taking out their money physically? No. They're doing it digitally. And last night it was being reported that all the big banks, the JP Morgan Chase, the Bank of America, Citibank, Wells Fargo, has been inundated, overrun, that they're trying to struggle to keep up because all these people are trying to transfer money into them from smaller banks.
Overrun. Okay? So it's not going to stop, even though they're making the Dow. Let me check it right now. They're trying to make it look, like everything's under control. Now it's at plus 85. So they're going to struggle right through 1 o'clock to keep it in the green, meaning shit is still crazy. All right. And if they go in the red, if they finish in the red today, hey, it's worse than you can imagine. They can't even hide it, which is what they're doing. So let's get out like that. Let's go. Start at Matthew. Because we're in the time of great deception. All right? Matthew 24. Let's get the KJV. All right? We'll read 3. Matthew 24:3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world. The sign of his coming and the end of the world. Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Okay? Great deception. Strong delusion. This devil, okay, this is talking about false Christ and all that, but we're in the time of great deception. No man deceive. Go to Ephesians. Look at that. 2 Timothy 2 and 3. Ephesians 5 and 6. Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of the Most High upon the children of disobedience. It's all deception. 2 Timothy 2 and 3, right? Did I get it wrong? Oh. Is it 1 Timothy? Salakia. 2 Timothy 2 and 3. 2 Thessalonians, Salakia. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means. Okay? Over and over and over. We're in the time of great deception. For that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Well, that man of sin has been revealed. Don't let him deceive you, right? Why? He's really good at it. Here he is again. Genesis 3 and 1. Now the serpent was more crafty than any beast of the field which the Lord God hath made. This is the Berean. Let's get all of them. Serpent was more crafty. The serpent was the shrewdest of all the wild animals. Talking about a man. The serpent was more crafty, subtle, cunning. This dude is playing 3-card Molly in the shell game on your ass right now with your money. Cunning, crafty, all right? Subtle, skilled in what? Let no man deceive you. This dude is skilled in deceit. Okay? And what is he doing right now? He's playing the shell game, sneakier. The snake, this damn snake is sneakier than any of the wild animal, any of the other wild animals. Okay? Clever, wise to do evil. Clever, subtle, crafty, cunning, shrewd, subtle, okay? What is he doing? Hey, everything's good. You'll get your money on Monday. Well, here's Tuesday. People want their damn money. They're not getting it. Here's what they're not saying. Oh, there ain't no money. All right? So don't think that this thing has gone away. All right? Howl ye. Ye inhabitants. Where's Mektesh? What's going on? Let me check the market again. Howl ye inhabitants. Okay, we're still at 85. That ain't moving. Why is it not moving? What was that, a whole 10 minutes I spoke? Still at 85. I don't trust that. The thing's supposed to be moving. Okay, now it's at 91. Still just above. Well, it's under 100. All right, Zephaniah 1 and 11. Howl ye inhabitants of Mektesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. Let's talk about the market, right? Wail, you who live in the market district. Okay, I'm checking the market right now. All your merchants will be wiped out. All who trade, what? World Trade Center with silver will be destroyed. Okay? All you who live in the market area, merchants, traders, day trading. All right? Hey, guess what? This thing's going down. Cut down. Babylon is fallen, All right? That's where it's going. All right? Eventually, they're going to rally. Little do they know they're rounding up the gold and silver for us in the kingdom. All right? So we'll end it right there. Popcorn, fasten your seat belt. This thing is on and cracking. Don't take your eyes off the prize, all right? So with that, we hope that you like, we're edified. Brothers and few sisters, with that, shalom.